Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So today I'm here at Royal Holloway University attending the Lunga on campus. So we're celebrating this today through their Sikh Society. They've been doing it every single year so far, and they're encouraging all students from all faiths, all backgrounds to come and take a look at all of the amazing work that they're doing. So let's go take a look now.
ਇਹ ਸੋਚ ਸੱਚੀ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਪਾਣੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਚੱਲ ਪਈ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸੋਨੇ ਰੰਗੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੋਨਾ ਹੀ ਉੱਗਣਾ ਏ ਕਦੋਂ ਕਿਰਤ ਦੇ ਸੂਰਜ ਨੇ ਹਾਏ ਡੋਬਿਆਂ ਡੁੱਬਣਾ ਏ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਸਿਆਸਤ ਵੱਟਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਅੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਬਰਕਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਹੱਟ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਨਾਲ ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਰੁੱਖ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਵੱਡੋ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਮਾਰੋ ਧੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਣੇ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਰਹਿਣੇ ਆ ਸਰਹੰਦ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੀਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਵੀਤ ਕੌਕਿਆਂ ਵਾਲਿਆ ਬਦਲੀ ਮਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਬਰਕਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਹੱਟ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਨਾਲ ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਏ
Hi, today we're at Royal Holloway University doing Lunga on campus with Sikh Society. So I've got some members of the committee with me today. So what's your name and what are you studying? What's your role in the committee?
Hi, I'm Simran. I'm studying maths and I'm the president of the committee.
I'm Hasimran. I'm studying psychology and I'm the treasurer.
Hey there, I'm Jasleen. I study physics and I'm the secretary.
Amazing. And what was your role today in organising?
As the secretary, it was sort of my responsibility to make sure everything was done through the SU and the Royal Holloway itself. So that includes like risk assessments and like making sure the Gurdwara sent all the insurance papers and stuff like that. So making sure we went through the full procedure officially with the uni so we didn't have any problems.
Okay, amazing. All the logistics side of it. And how about you as the president?
My job was mostly overlooking everything, making sure everything was at the right place at the right time and communicating with the Gurdwara to make sure that they knew exactly what we wanted and organising all the people to be at the right time at the right place.
Amazing. How do you think the turnout has been today?
I think the turnout's been very good. We expect more people, but hopefully a lot of people know, so as the day goes on we'll get a lot busier.
Perfect. And then what was your role today?
So as treasurer, I'm just in charge of sorting all the money out and making sure that the right people get paid what they need to on time.
Amazing. And so why are we all here today? Like, why have you come and organised this event?
I mean, it's just to raise the awareness of Sikhi in the first place because you get a lot of students here, as Sikhi being one of the newest religions out there, people just lack awareness of what it is and what it means. And obviously we're giving out free food, but people don't realise if you go to a Gurdwara, there's always langar available, whether you're homeless or you're not. It's for everyone, it's not just for the Sikhs. So, and also it gives students to have an opportunity to actually have a free meal because like budgeting wise, everyone struggles with their own problems. So it gives them to like, instead of buying lunch today, it's on us.
Yeah, 100%. It's about the wider society as well. I love that. And will you be doing it again next year?
100%. I won't be here myself next year, but we'll definitely always be here to support the next committee for whoever wants to take it forward.
Amazing. Thank you.
ਪਰਮਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪੰਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਚੱਕੀ ਸਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਛੱਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਬਰਕਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So today I'm here with, what's your name?
Jasteep, I'm Vice President for Royal Holloway.
And Jeevan, I'm events manager.
And what was your role today in organising Lunga on campus?
I think we weren't set a defined role. It's just about a collective team working together, organising everything, organising the stalls, setting up for the langar and helping cook the prashade and dal and all that.
Okay, amazing. What was your role?
I don't really have a particular role, but it's just mainly liaising with everyone, speaking with thank you to Southall Singh Sabha Gurdwara for sorting the langar out, just liaising with basics, SWAT, and just making sure everything comes together. But yeah, thankfully it looks good.
Yeah, it's had a really good turnout. So how did you prepare the Lunga in the kitchen and get everything ready today?
Sure, so we woke up at 4:30 in the morning, got there nice and early, made the prasad, which was all from the students, thankfully. So we had a group of about 15, and thankfully with the help of a few sevadars, we got a van, transported it here, and yeah, we're here nice and early at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that is very early, so I can't imagine how tired you are today. And so what do you think of the turnout today?
I think the turnout's amazing. Slowly, more Sangat is going to be coming throughout the day due to having lectures and class and seminars. But slowly, it's been very, very good. And we're expecting more. I think we're expecting about 400 to 500 students to come. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy day for us.
Amazing. And so what are you hoping to get out of today? Like what messages are you hoping to spread about Sikhi?
That wherever you go in the world, wherever there's a Gurdwara, there's free food, meaning that everyone is welcomed. I'm trying to break down this thing that religion is dividing us when we should all be uniting because humanity is first.
Amazing, I love that message. And what are you expecting? Are you expecting to do this again next year? And what are you hoping to learn from this year?
Sure, yeah, I mean, I think we've continued it from 2018, and thankfully every year we've managed to produce a langar on campus, and yeah, hopefully for next year, hopefully for bigger and better things. But yeah, hopefully every single year we'll make sure we have langar on campus and raising awareness for Sikhi.
Amazing, thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Fateh. So hi, so today I'm here with
Gagan.
And what has your role been in the committee?
So I was part of the previous committee, so I was the treasurer for 1 year and then the vice president for another year. So I've decided to come here because I live locally, just to come to help the new committee see how langar on campus is and sort of see how they attract a new audience as well.
And how have you found that? Have you seen that it's changed a bit recently, or how has it progressed to today?
I'm seeing more of an influx of staff coming in and lecturers, so people of all different backgrounds, nationalities. It's not just like a Indian, South Asian thing. It's everybody's coming through. The word is getting around that we do this every year, and people are coming, and it's great to see.
And why is that important, do you think, to bring everyone together and to learn about Sikhi today?
I think that's just the fundamentals of langar. Langar is about bringing people together with humility, with respect for one another. So the fact that we can sort of see that in campus, that changing, sort of helps to create a new type of culture, I would say.
And how are you expecting the turnout to be today?
Well, last time I was here, we'd normally get about 400, and they've told me they're making 600 rupiah, so hopefully about 500, 550 maybe.
That's a lot of people. Have you been involved in helping prepare the langar in the kitchen and going to the Gurdwara today?
No, unfortunately not, but next time I will.
Yeah, you'll be involved. Okay, amazing. So what are you doing today as well as part of this?
So today I'm helping with the ramals and then hand sanitizers. I think this is an important station to be, just because it's the first port of call when people come in. You can sort of introduce the concept of langar, what we're doing here, and then introduce them as to how the days come in and all the different stations that we have.
Okay, amazing. Have people been lining up, wanting to come in? Have they been quite excited to?
Yeah, loads of people are quite intrigued, especially if it's your first time as a freshers, you don't know what this event is. Loads of people are excited to come back because they've come here from previous years, and yeah, it's good. People are excited just to be a part of it, and we've had loads of people asking to help out with giving out the food or anything whilst they're on a break from the lectures, which is nice to see.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਉਂਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਏ ਮੱਝੀਆਂ ਚਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਦਈਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਹੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਏ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਜੱਗ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਏ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਏ ਨਾਨਕਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਏ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਏ ਦਰਿਆ ਰਹਿਮਤ ਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਸੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So today I'm here with, what's your name?
Kiran.
And what's your role today?
I'm helping doing Seva with the Sikh Society today for Langar on campus as a first year student.
And why is it important to do Seva with Sikh Society today?
Seva is a very big part of Sikhi. It's like one of like the values of Sikhi, and as a Sikh student it's really important for me to be able to do that and experience that in my university life as a Sikh student.
Yeah, amazing. And why do you think it's important to do it at university today?
Because at university it's bringing like all the different cultures together. There are people who don't even know what langar is. They have very limited knowledge of like the Sikh religion. So for them to be able to experience that today, it's really nice to be able to see all the cultures coming together, getting to experience it even for the first time. People like interested in the Sikh religion. It's very important.
What are you serving today?
So I am serving the rotiyan today, but we've also got like dal, kheer and dahi as well as.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So today I'm here with,
Sahaj, go.
and what's your role today?
So I'm actually just helping out with Royal Holloway because I'm actually from LSE Sikh Society, but we just think it's really nice to help out with other societies as well as a collective, you know, like spreading the message of one panth. So all I'm just helping is with the dal. In the morning we made the prashad first in Southall, helped deliver it here in the morning as well. And now we're just helping serve.
Amazing. And why do you think langar is important?
So I think, well, in this 21st century where we kind of do have a food, like, you know, crisis going on, cost of living crisis, especially in student accommodation and student campus areas, it's so important to support one another in this manner. But then also through langar you're able to spread the word about Sikhi, and for a lot of people who are international actually, they don't actually know about Sikhi at all, or what Sikhi, like, you know, even the religion exists. So it's really nice to come here and sort of be able to spread awareness as well through langar, through food, because everyone enjoys food.
Yeah, I completely agree. And why do you think it's important today to do it at universities and for universities to collaborate like LSE?
I think it's really important because when you collaborate, you also learn from one another as well. And considering that us, you know, as a youth, we are the future of the Panth. If we don't work together on these things now, how are we going to work together in the future as well? But also just in general, like langar on campus, it helps with just sort of learning how to run langar as well. Like today, making prashad at the Gurdwara, we learnt so much that we wouldn't be doing seva otherwise. So it just helps with learning, honestly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
ਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਸੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੀ ਏ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਗਵਾਹ ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਇਆ ਭੁੱਖਾ ਜਾਣ ਨਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਹਾਰੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਦੁੱਖ ਨਾ ਜੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੁੱਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਲਾਇਆ
So today I'm here with
Manpreet.
Keth.
and so you're just explaining what the reason for this Lunga on campus at university is today.
So Kev just asked what's the occasion, and there's no actual specific occasion. We as Sikhs just believe that everyone deserves to have food. So whenever we come to Gurdwara, there'll always be free food, a hot meal for you, regardless of your age, gender, caste, or anything, any differences. Even if you're from a different religion, you'll always have free food available to you. And so that doesn't have to be a specific occasion. It's just something that we believe in, that everyone should deserve free food, everyone's equal. And yeah, so we believe in giving seva. So it's a selfless service.
Oh.
So that's basically what this is.
Okay, amazing. And so what are we doing today? Like, what are you telling everyone to do?
So we're having Lunga on campus. So students will come in, they'll take their shoes off, they'll receive a head covering from the front, and then they'll grab a plate, and then they'll get some food, and they sit down and have Lunga together, everyone. So it's also on the floor, so there's no like differences in levels either, so it's all equal on the ground. So that's the purpose of this today.
And why do you think that's important to bring the community together today?
I think it's just a really good thing to do as just a Sikh or whatever, that we serve everyone regardless of their race, gender, differences, religion, anything like that. We just serve everyone, and doesn't have to be a specific occasion for it. So I think it's a good way to bring everyone together and just show everyone that we're all one.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Go and enjoy.
तेरा वीर पैदा लाया लंगर कदे भी मुकना नहीं तेरा वीर पैदा लाया लंगर कदे भी मुकना नहीं कदे भी मुकना नहीं ओ बाबा कदे भी रुकना नहीं तेरा वीर पैदा लाया लंगर कदे भी रुकना नहीं ओ जिन्ना दईए उन्ना वधदा ही जांदा ए बंदा एक दो नहीं सारा जग खांदा ए तेरियां नूं तू ही जानदा ए नानका मैनू नहीं पता ए किवें होई जांदा ए दरिया रहमत दा तेरा ए बाबा कदे भी सुकना नहीं तेरा वीर पैदा लाया लंगर कदे भी रुकना नहीं कदे भी रुकना नहीं ओ बाबा कदे भी मुकना नहीं तेरा वीर पैदा लाया लंगर कदे भी रुकना नहीं जानदी है सारी दुनिया इस गल दी गवाह बाबा नानका
Hi, so today I'm here with, what's your name?
Eleanor.
And what are you studying?
Ancient history.
And how are you finding Lunga on campus today?
Well, I've never been to an event like this before, and it's actually really nice. Like, the atmosphere is like really nice, and it's a lot more relaxed than some of the other sort of religious society events I've attended, because I've got a Christian roommate, and he did there was a collaboration with History Soc and like the Christian Union, and it was a bit more it was a bit more challenging in terms of content, but I don't want to get too much into it. But no, it's really nice. It's really just super chilled out and super fun. Yeah.
Amazing. And so what do you think of the food today?
It was really good. It reminded me of a lot of stuff that I had when I was younger, which is always nice, because I don't get to eat very much actually nice food anymore, because uni, you're always in a rush, so it's nice to just not have to worry about that for a couple hours. Yeah.
And you were just telling a story about your friend from school. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so basically when I was in year 10, my friend would always not finish her lunch, so she'd give her lunch to me, bits of it. I'm still not exactly sure why she did that, but I think it's because I was the only one that could actually eat spicy food out of that friendship group. But yeah, so she'd give me a bit of her lunch, and it was the exact stuff that was being served today, and it was really nice to remember that, because I haven't had contact with her because she's gone to a different uni, so it was just really nice to be reminded of that and stuff. Yeah.
Amazing, thank you. And that's such a big principle of Sikhi as well, as sharing and giving food. So that's a really good experience that you've had. Thank you. Hi, so today I'm here with a professor of history, was it? What's it?
Yes, my name's Sarah Ansari, so Professor of South Asian History actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name's Penelope Mullins and I'm the Student and Programme Manager for the Humanities School at Royal Holloway.
Okay, amazing. And how about you?
I'm good. I'm Joylyn, the Student and Program Manager, Program Assistant Officer in the School of Humanities.
Ah, amazing. And so how are you finding the event today of Lunga on Campus?
I think it speaks for itself really, doesn't it? It's excellent. There's so many people here. They're obviously enjoying the food, they're enjoying the company.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's ticking all the boxes really.
Amazing. And what do you think of bringing everyone together and serving food?
It's more important today, coming out of the COVID pandemic, than ever, I think, to get as many people together. And as several students have already explained to us, there is no differentiation between gender or religion or anything, and that is just so important for our world.
Yeah, no, especially right now, it's more important than ever. And so, do you think you'll be coming back next year and joining in?
Yes, of course, we will definitely come back. This was so beautiful, everything, socializing, seeing people out here, seeing that there's this different culture as well that we are learning. For me, it's my first time, so it was really nice being here, so I will definitely come.
Amazing. And what do you think you've learnt from this event today?
Just bringing people together. People they are enjoying this event, so it's good to come out here and have different perspective of things, you know. Yeah.
And how was the food?
The food was very good actually.
Yeah.
I've eaten quite a lot of South Asian food because of my sort of interest in that part of the world, and I think, you know, it held up very well. I did ask my student Mandeep if he'd been cooking it, but he said no, he hadn't. So
Well, at least you know everyone who's here.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It was very enjoyable. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Thank you.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we're here at Royal Holloway campus with Nihang Singhs here today, who are making some shirdai. Would you like to just tell Sangaji who don't know what shirdai is, for those who might not know what it is?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Yes, so today ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਰਦਾਈ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ. So simply it's a mixture of badam, kaskas, kali mirch, ਫਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ ਚੋਂ ਖੰਡ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ. And there's many different nuts and nutritions that go into this. So ਜਿਹਦੇ ਪੁਰਾਤਨ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਿਹੰਗ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਲਾ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਜੰਗਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ, when we were battling the Mughals, there was a scarcity of resources, protein, scarcity of food. ਫਿਰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੜਨਾ ਆ, we need protein, we need energy. So this was a simple, although you put a lot of effort into it, it's made of simple ingredients. ਫਿਰ Singh ragad ke, so what Singh here is doing now, we would put it in this called a sunera, and with a big salotar, the wooden stick, we would get the ingredients and we would ragad it. So we would mash it, and then it would form like a thick paste, and then jado paste ban gaya, where we put it into a white cloth, which is like a Puratan some of it was like the sieve. So obviously now we use a sieve, but back then obviously that wasn't the case. So after the ragra is done, we squeeze it into a little bowl, or jada bowl ban janda on asu kenda nugda, or jada nikla nugda utte vi pe utte. So that's the final result, is once it's all grinded into a thick paste, it's put into the white cloth and it's sieved with water. And we do that process. The process can take up to an hour for just a few people. It's a rigorous process. ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, we don't want it to be simple. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ effort ਵੀ ਪਾਉਣਾ, ਫਿਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ. So we're not going to just get a grinder, and that's the easy way out. And ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੁਰਾਤਨ ਸਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ in the Buddha dal, which is the Maryada we follow, this is done daily, twice daily. So we're following from the Puratan Maryada, what Guru Sahib, from Guru Sahib the Samadhavta, we've brought it to in the West now as well, and we're bringing that Maryada across the world. Hopefully, not only for the so
why do you think it's important to do it here at Langar on campus? Because that's very rare to see, this sort of Maryada being shown at Langar on campuses.
So mainly ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਨਗਰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ or big event, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. Even there in the Gurdwara, it might be rare for many Sangat to see that.
Students are learning from what our Maryada is as well from this?
So I think the students, definitely, so obviously for some of them it might be new as well, Langar, they might not have seen a singer before, they might be from very different countries, different parts of the country, they may not be seen Sikhs before, so I think it's really important we do Langar on campus, because Langar, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when they started it, it's gone on for 550 years and onwards, but this I think is really important to do the Ragada as well, the Sharadai Da Seva, because not only is it important for our own generation to see, our own Sikh who haven't seen this before. It's good for the Gore on the Kali on there. Everyone comes here. It's good for them to see how the Sikhs used to act, because a lot of people say, well, you wear Lokarpana, is that dagger? We say, yeah, we were warriors. Most of us, we don't really resemble warriors anymore. So it's good that we can actually portray as well what we actually look like. So that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to raise awareness, not only about the Langar, but also about the Sharadai, about Puratan Samadhavich, Kitna Singh Rendesi. And and it's available to try, so hopefully the Sangat will enjoy as well.
Thank you so much. I've tried it, honestly. It's really good. Thank you so much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're here with Bhai Gurcharan Singh Ji from Basic Sikhi, who's doing Prachar at the Langar campus at Royal Holloway. Bhai Sahib Ji, you're doing Prachar here at Royal Holloway to students of all faiths and backgrounds. Why do you think it's important to come here and do Prachar with students?
I think it's such a good opportunity with an event like this, Langar on campus, where not only many of the Sikhs come to this event, which they may not otherwise, but also people from all different backgrounds and faith also come. So a lot of the people have actually been coming and asking, can I learn more about Sikhi? And I think it's such a good opportunity to actually explain what Sikhi is about and tell them more about our gurus.
And I've heard you were here around the time the Sikh Society was also set up. So how does it feel to be back here now on your old campus?
Yeah, it feels definitely a blast from the past. So I think 2010 I came here, and I think at that time one of the things was starting up the Sikh Society. And I think our first event, I think we hired a minibus to go to Gravesend Gurukar whilst it was still getting built. So it's amazing to see that. I think they told me there's about 300 members now, and I think at that event was 5 to 10 people in a minibus, and it's amazing to see how much it's grown Gurugirpa.
Honestly, over the years, 12 years, that's a lot, and to see how much societies have developed is really nice. As students who run Sikh societies, what's your advice to students doing Prachar, themselves and the discussions that they do, within their own circles? What advice would you have for them?
I think just to make it as open as possible. I think sometimes from the people I've spoken to trying to go to Sikh societies, sometimes they can feel maybe a bit judged if they're not maybe fully practicing Sikhi. So I think it's just trying to keep it as open as possible, a non-judgmental environment, and maybe have different kind of events to tailor maybe the interests of other people. So for example, you could have social events like bowling or something to kind of bring people into the society, and then you can maybe talk to them a bit more about Sikhi. You do fun things like quizzes and things. I think people have said that's gone down quite well as well. So I think having a good variety of events, it tailors to people who might like different things, and then hopefully you can bring people together and then go forward from there.
Thank you so much for your advice. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we're here with Paji from King's University, Gurtaj Singh. How do you feel being here on Royal Holloway Langar on campus today?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a trek getting here, about an hour on the train, but I think it's really good to see how other committees are on how they organise their events, and I'm low-key stealing a few tips, I'll take them back to Central, and hopefully we'll do a Langar on campus that's about just as good as this one.
And do you think it's important that we all come together and learn from each other like this? Because we can only grow if we learn, right?
No, absolutely. So a big thing now for us is Ekta, and because we've got so many unis in Central, what we're focusing on now is actually getting all those unis together, working together. And it just builds a Sangat as well, especially with I'm myself from Birmingham. Right. I came to London and noticed that there wasn't that many Apne. Right. So when I saw that all the Sikh Sanghs were collabing, it was just a lot more friendly, it was a lot more welcoming. And I feel like if we encourage that, then the Sikh Sangat in London have a good opportunity going into the future.
Builds more of a connection, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And we're here obviously doing Langar on campuses and doing this Prachar. Why do you think this form of Prachar specifically is really important for students?
So this form of Prashad, especially with Basics of Sikhi who came as well, it's a very simplified and like easy to understand way of what Sikhi is about. So we've got many students from all sorts of different backgrounds that have come today, not just Sikh. We've got Hindus, we've got Muslims, we've got people from all sorts of religions who might not know about Sikhi. So I think it's really important that we show other people what our religion's about, but in a clear and concise way, so that they can get the best out of it, really.
Well, it's great to see other people from other universities also helping out with Seva. Thank you so much. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we're here with Benji, who's a student at Royal Holloway. Benji, what's your name?
Olivia Singh.
And what do you study here?
I study English, Politics and International Relations.
Nice. So you're here doing Seva, obviously, with Langar on campus. What are you serving today?
I'm serving Kheer.
Kheer, okay, nice. Yeah. And obviously Langar on campus is a thing that only happens once a year.
Yeah.
So why do you think it's important that Sikh societies do Langar on campuses, but also just in general the role of Sikh society in universities? Why is it important that we attend and connect in this manner?
I think it's really important to just raise awareness about what Sikhs do. Langar is one of the, I think it's one of the best things you can do. Like I'm doing Seva and it's just like, it makes me feel so good that I'm like serving food. I think this is like the most important event of the year. So yeah, it's just great to raise awareness about Langar and get people involved.
Thank you so much. And it's beautiful to see you also come out in a beautiful suit and representing. Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we're here with a member who has just eaten Langar here and enjoyed it. What's your name?
Anjali.
Anjali. And is this the first time you experienced Langar on campus here?
On campus, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And have you had Langar before?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And so how does it feel to actually have Langar on campus like this and, you know, seeing so many students of different faiths and backgrounds connect like this?
No, I love it. It reminds me of like being with my family.
Yeah.
It's just nice. It's just when you're far away from home, it's just nice to sort of feel a bit part of a community.
So if you don't mind me asking, what sort of background do you come from?
So I'm like Hindu, but I've been to Gurdwaras I'm Hindu Punjabi, so the culture is very similar.
Right, okay. So it must be like home, that makes sense, like home. Right, and what would you say to other students who haven't actually attended? Like, why should they come down and take part in Langar on campus?
It's good to experience different cultures and learn about different cultures and faiths. It's just nice to sort of do something together with other people from different backgrounds. So, yeah.
You're obviously just having a conversation with a member of the committee.
Yeah.
And these kind of conversations, what do you think is significant about having conversations about awareness?
Yeah, I feel like especially in Surrey, it's not that multicultural, so getting that representation out I feel like it's a pretty big thing to do.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So I'm joined here by two members who work in the student union here. What's your names?
I'm Hannah.
Lauren. Perfect, thank you. And so is this your first time experiencing Langar on campus?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, yes, my first time.
And so obviously being the first time, how does it make you feel and why do you think it's really important to have these kind of events?
It's such like a wholesome event. Like it's lovely seeing like all the like everyone coming together and just like getting involved in the community as well. And I think also having like that cultural aspect on campus as well. So like for me, it's something completely new. So getting involved with it has been really lovely. But yeah.
And even you, like obviously you must have helped out in sort of the planning, and as you know, SU helps out with planning. And how has that experience been, you think, of executing this event? Do you think we've done a good job?
I think it's really good. I think it looks great. Like everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. It's really welcoming to everyone, which I think is great. Yeah.
And did you guys, of course, enjoy the food?
Yes.
Yeah. What was your favourite dish in the meal?
I really like the bread. I can't remember what it was called, but.
It's basically just made out of flour and water. Super simple.
I think like the rice pudding dessert, it was very, very
There's actually a Gurdwara in India who's famous for serving the rice pudding because that's how they originally started the Langar. So Langar is just simply community kitchen, right? Yeah. And so this is actually done across Gurdwaras, Sikh temples around the world, where we literally have a community kitchen where it's run on donations and money from the people who visit. And that's what makes the food, and people coming in to volunteer, and they make the food themselves. So thank you, because all our students actually made this food, and so I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're joined here with Benji from Queen Mary's University in London. Benji, what's your name?
My name's Paneet.
And you've come here all the way from Queen Mary's, which is in East London. Why have you come all the way here at Royal Holloway's Langar on campus?
So I thought that by coming here, it'd be a really nice chance to meet a lot of new people, and also it's nice to see friends that I already have. And also, like Queen Mary, we're having our own London on campus, which I believe is happening sometime in March. So I think that you can take away a lot of what's gone well and apply that to our own. And if there were any errors, not that I think there were, but work on that basically.
And to any students watching at home who might have not ever gotten involved in Sikh societies at their university, what advice do you have for them to get involved?
I would say to get involved. It's honestly really beneficial. You make a lot of friends, and it does feel like a home away from home. And it's just nice to meet new people and have a range of friends as well, I guess.
So to any students at the following universities, if you're at King's, please do come down to the Langar on campus, which is on the 10th of March. UCL is doing theirs on the 13th of March, and LSE is doing theirs on the 16th of March. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're joined here with Benji, who was actually on last year's committee. Benji, what's your name and what was your role?
My name's Simran, and I was the treasurer for the last 2 years at the Sikh Soc committee here.
So you're back here on campus, obviously, and I think you said you've graduated as well, haven't you?
So I graduated last year, so I'm just here now as a guest to see kind of how it's still going.
So it's so good to see you back on campus, obviously. And having been on committee, you must know the kind of planning, execution, hard work it takes to put on Langar on campus as an event. Do you want to talk us a bit through the process, how long it takes, how much manpower it takes?
Yeah, so I think it's one of the biggest events that we do. It actually is probably the biggest. So from the first initial meeting you have as a committee, it's the thing you want to detail in the calendar straight away. You want to put that date in because it takes so many months of preparation. So I remember when I joined 2 years ago, it was the first thing that we did. We put a date in, and from there on, every meeting we had, we would kind of add a little bit more to the plan. So okay, so which Gurdwara are we going to do? How many people do we need to make prashad there or whatever? And then I think it all really kicks in maybe like a month before the event. That's when you try and get as many people as you can, because it is really just comes down to manpower and as many people as you can get, really. And then on the day, it's always very stressful. I mean, these guys have made it look so easy, but it's really not. I mean, the behind the scenes is always a bit chaotic. You're waking up at 4 to go make as many prashad as you can. It's everybody trying to fit, whatever they can in their cars and loading. So it does take many, many months of preparation, and it is the biggest event, so it kind of needs that dedication from very early on, yeah.
And even with this year's arrangements, what would you like to comment? Have they done a great job then?
Yeah, I think they've done amazing. It's so good to see that kind of legacy. I think, when I joined in first year, every year the Langar on campus has been the biggest event, and it's always grown, and the turnout's always been bigger and better. And I think that's definitely continued with this year as well, and it's amazing to see how many people have turned out, and even just hearing the conversations going around, they want to know more about Sikhi, or why we're doing this, why are we holding this. So it's something that's really lovely to see, and I think they've done an amazing job, an amazing turnout.
Do you have an estimate for how many people might be attending Langar on campus?
I think we had about 500 last year, something crazy like that. I'm not too sure. I think this year they'll probably get a lot more from what I've seen footfall-wise, and how many prashad they've just gone through as well. So I'm not too sure, but probably around that area, if not more, definitely.
Perfect, thank you. So as we can see, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of planning to execute these Langar on campuses. So thank you so much to the committees, but also the students who attend, obviously, because without them, there would be no Langar on campus, right? Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Hi, so today I'm here with, what's your name?
Asif. And Abhishek.
And how have you found Langar on campus today?
It's very great. Actually, this is our first time here. This is the Langar we witnessed here, and it's quite enjoyable, and it's very fun. I love it.
Yeah, and how about you?
My friend just give me a reference to just come over here. I don't have any idea about this that this part is going on here, so he just told me the Langar is going on. I thought, wow. So I just come here. Yeah.
And how did you find out about it to go and let all your friends know?
Sorry?
How did you find out about the event?
It's in the, I think, RHUL Insta page where I find, and from where I shared with some of my friends, including him, and then we are here.
Amazing. And did you know about Langar before and about Sikhi?
We are from India. I'm from Delhi basically, and we used to go to the Gurdwaras and all.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I know everything about, but
here in the UK for the first time. I'm seeing that here.
And why do you think it's important for us to do it in the UK and do it on university campuses?
Basically, it's important that you bring all people together. Like we can see every ethnicity people are here having food all together. It's like having a great bond with each other. You interact with each other. So that's the reason. I think it's a really important having a langar. Yeah.
Bringing everyone together. And how about you? Why do you think it's important?
People can just be aware about the Indian culture also. So what the other society of the culture they think about that, and this also create a mind of this. People can just help the poor people, so they can be just they who are needy. So they don't have any food throughout the day. They've been working all day, so people can give them an initiate. Provide them food. So it's like I think.
That's amazing. Thank you both. That's really great. Thanks. Hi, so today I'm here with...
Rohan,
And what are you studying?
biology.
Amazing. And so how did you find Langar on campus today?
It was really good. It was, I don't mean to sound rude, but better than I expected from a society, but overall it competes with my local Gurdwara, I'm not going to lie.
So what did you think of the food today?
It was good, I liked it. The dal was really nice actually, and so is the aloo sabji, it was good.
And why do you think it's important for everybody to come together to come to an event like this?
I guess just like nowadays there's a lot of times of hardship going on all around the world, and it just coming together, it's a better thing for everyone. It just shows that there is still like hope in this world for togetherness when there's just a lot of separation.
That's amazing. Thank you. That was really good. So today I'm here with, what's your name?
I'm David.
Camilla.
And what are you both studying?
I'm studying film, TV and digital production.
Oh, nice.
I'm studying law with international relations.
Okay, and so how did you find out about Langar on campus today?
I found out on Instagram from SU, Instagram account.
I found out through David.
Okay, yeah, spreading the word. And how did you find the event?
I found it really interesting. I came with some friends before and we saw it. We were really hungry, and then we saw free food and also Indian, so we wanted to try it out. And then I brought her so she could try it out as well.
Perfect time. And what did you think of the food?
I think it was very good, and I'm vegetarian as well, so I really liked the food because everything was vegetarian. So I was able to enjoy everything. I really liked it.
And what do you think you've learnt today about Sikhism and the community?
I think it's amazing. I think this type of culture where you just eat this way and everything and you get to be with other people, it's really interesting and really cool. It's nice to try it out, I think.
Okay, thank you. That was really helpful. So today I'm here with...
Celeste. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And what are you studying?
I'm in my third year of maths at Royal Holloway here. Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard degree. So how are you finding Langar on campus today?
Oh, it was such a nice surprise. You know, a lovely gentleman just came with a flyer and they said, oh, you got to come to this. And I was like, oh my God, that's nice. And of course, I'm enticed by like free food. But when I came here, I was so touched by like all the description of what you have to like celebrate Langar and just like the whole concept of equality, regardless of caste, race. The world does not have enough sort of putting that in your face. Like we get all this negative news. We need more sort of celebration of it. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. Let's just be together and share something beautiful over an experience of food. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of that. So really thank you guys so much for that. It was really, really pleasant.
Oh, that's so lovely. And what do you think you've learnt today from being here?
Well, learn rather a really good reminder of what it means to have community. During the pandemic, you didn't get much exposure to like people of different cultures. I was really hoping to like interact with people in uni because like a place like this is like really multicultural, international. Like I'm from Greece, so like I love socializing with different cultures because it really livens me up. So it's nice to sort of remember the community you're in because it makes you want to immerse yourself in the world. It makes you happier. I also love like the values that there are religions that genuinely celebrate equality because sometimes the media doesn't portray religions so nicely. So it's really nice to see, you know, something celebrated positively. And also learning about the food is really good as well. Unbelievable food. And also like the 3 golden rules that you talk about, like meditating, working honestly, and that whole sharing mentality. There's not enough of it. It's just that simple. Yeah.
Thank you. It is really important, especially with what's going on right now in the world. Will you be coming to more Langar on campuses if they do it next year?
Any means of celebrating, I'm absolutely down for it. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, thank you. Right. Thank you. Hi, so today I'm here with, what's your name?
Simran.
Simran, and what are you studying?
Psychology.
Okay, amazing. Are you in, what year are you in?
I'm in second year.
Okay, so why have you come to Lunga on campus today?
I feel like this event is like really important because it's showing how like the Sikh communities like showing like what they do in like the Gurdwara, and like it's important for every other culture and religion to know like what's going on. So I feel like it's good to come and support and like see what's going on and like show that this is like happening in uni, not just like in like older environments. Like young people can also be involved as well, and it shows how like we can like do seva and stuff like that. So yeah.
And why do you think it's important for us to do seva and do Lunga on campus at universities especially?
I feel like a lot of young people can be lost in like their religion and their culture, and sometimes they don't always like have much guidance. So like it's good for in uni to have like grounding of like your religion and stuff. You don't get lost and like get into peer pressure and stuff. Like you are able to like stick with your religion and stay to your roots. So I feel like in uni it's very important to like do that. So yeah.
Amazing. And so how have you been involved in Sikh Society? You said you've been to a few events.
Yeah, so in first year, like obviously when I had less assignments and stuff, I used to come to like the events on campus, like the talks and like the other social events and stuff, just to like get more familiar with like the committee and stuff. And I found it very helpful sometimes, like some of the deep talks as well, like it gets you thinking and stuff, so yeah.
And what have you felt of the food today, and like have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was so nice. Like I had the kheer and the dal. It was so nice because I live away as well, so it's nice to have like a bit of home with you.
Yeah, like home comfort.
Home comfort.
Yeah, no, I love it. Well, thank you. It was lovely to interview you. Okay. Yay. Hi, so today I'm here with, what's your name?
Sahib.
And what are you studying?
So I'm doing finance and maths.
Okay, and so are you part of Sikh Society?
Yeah, I am part of this society.
And what's your role been today?
So I've been handing out devotia. Was at the Gurdwara yesterday, helping to make them as well. So been quite busy. Nearly ran out as well.
Okay, so how has the process been organising?
So it's been quite busy. It's been a long thing to do, but seeing the turnout nearly out of Votia is quite a nice thing to do for our religion as well. Yeah. So it took a lot of organisation, but you know, it makes you proud about how many people have turned up.
Yeah, it's a really good turnout actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why do you think it's important for people in Sikh Society and for us to do it Lunga on campus at university?
So it's quite nice because a lot of people have been coming up asking, why are you doing this, what's the main reason, and being able to tell them about how we do this every day at Gurdwara, giving out food no matter what religion you are, it's a really nice thing to do. So being able to do that for people is quite a nice thing.
Yeah, definitely. And why do you think it's important to do seva as well?
So it's seen as charity, so it's seen as giving back, and it makes you feel good as a Sikh yourself doing seva. No matter what kind of seva it is, even cleaning dishes, handing out langar, it's an important thing to do in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. That was really good. Hi, so tell me, what's your name? What are you studying?
I'm Jasmine. I do psychology.
Amazing. And so you're part of Sikh Society?
Yeah.
What's your role been today then?
I'm just handing out dal today to people. It's been quite nice.
Yeah, okay. And so how have you felt the event's gone today?
I think it's quite well. We've had like so many people come in. I think it's nice to be able to do seva at uni because with studies and stuff it's hard to do it as much as I used to.
Yeah, and why do you think it's important then for students and people in Sikh Society to do seva?
I think it's just nice to give back in general and just spread awareness about Sikhi in general.
Yeah. And how would you encourage people to come back next year?
I think we have things over there about the importance of langar and stuff like that. I think it'll be helped people come back.
Amazing, thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we've now finished Lunga on campus. How do you think it went today?
It's definitely gone better than expected. We've fed over 500 people and everyone's very happy with how everything's turned out.
Yeah, amazing. And what was the reaction about all the food and all the preparation that you've done today?
Yeah, I mean, everyone that came said they loved the food. They all really enjoyed it. We had a lot of people saying it like reminded them of home and that sort of stuff. So it was just really nice to hear that feedback.
Yeah, amazing. Now, how did you think the event went today?
I think it went really well and like amazing because we've had a lot of reviews saying the food was really nice. And for the amount of turnout we've had, we've served, like she said earlier on, we just served probably over 400 students. So So yeah, it's gone really well.
That's amazing. And so do you think that people went away today from all different faiths and backgrounds learning more about Sikhi and about Langar on campus?
100%. We had people in our students talking about Sikhi to students I didn't know. We had basically Sikhi, as you can see, speaking and doing prachar as what they were doing. We had SWAT also doing it. So I think I can happily say that at least one student went away learning something about Sikhi, something new about Sikhi.
Amazing. So how did you think the event went as well today, Langar on campus?
I think honestly it went better than expected. I mean, I think we've had over 500 people turn up. We've finished subjects, everything's all finished, which is the main thing. But the main thing is that someone from a different religion, faith, have come and learnt something about Sikhi and what we kind of stand for. So hopefully, if we can change someone's life or one person's life, then we've done well.
Amazing. And what would you say to people looking to come again next year? How would you encourage them to come after the amazing turnout that's come today?
I think the main thing is Seva. I think one thing that brings the whole community together, like you won't even see students throughout the whole year, and you won't see them throughout the year, but on one of the events like this, they all turn up, they all come together, and it brings the community together, and it just shows that there's still such a good, strong bond between all students, and I think we need to carry on. We need to continue doing events like this, not for just us as a committee, but bringing all the Sanghas together and helping out and doing Seva, which is the main aim.
Yeah, I completely agree. It looks like all the hard work has paid off, so thank you. So we've just finished Langar on campus. We had students from all different faiths, backgrounds and religions, and they all had such a great time. They learnt about Sikhi, Seva and about Langar, and it was so good to have people from all across campus join. It was an amazing turnout, so thank you. Please make sure you come again next year. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.